जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। मम वंदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु, चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि। नंदलाला जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाला जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। मोर मुकुट सिर तल बनमाला, तिलक लगाए केसर तिलक लगाए। मोर मुकुट सिर दल बनमाला, केसर तिलक लगाए केसर तिलक लगाए। वृंदावन की कुंज गलन में सबको नाच नचाए, ओह सबको नाच नचाए श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। यमुना किनारे धेनु चरावे माधव मदन मुरारी। माधव मदन मुरारी। यमुना किनारे धेनु चरावे माधव मदन मुरारी। माधव मदन मुरारी। मधुर मुरलिया जही बजावे, हर ले सुध बुध सारी, ओह हर ले सुध बुध सारी श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे। श्यामल दर्शन पावे। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे। श्यामल दर्शन पावे। आराधन कर राधे राधे, कान्हा भागे आवे, ओह कान्हा भागे आवे श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। वसुदेवसुतं देवम् कंसचानुर्मर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय जय जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई कोई न खेवन हारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे उनकी आशा, कर दे उनकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे प्रभु, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों हनुमान चालीसा। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुख रसुधार बरनो रघुवर विमल यशु जो दायक फल बुद्धहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देह मोहि हरहु क्लेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमत के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिवे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे अस कही श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित अहीसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते कभी को मिल गई सकय वही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राज पर दीन्हा तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरी मुख माही जल दिलांगे गए अगर जलाही सुगम काज जगत के देते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते। राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरे सब सकल तुम साथ, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित ना धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, कोई सिद्धि साकी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महदेरा। कीजय नाथ हृदय महदेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महदेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसौ सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की जय।
ॐ प्रातस्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वं सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरत्सु सुषुप्तिमवेति नित्यं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं च भूतसङ्गः हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओं Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum, Sitaram. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, my dear brothers and sisters. This is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, coming to you live from Bhuvaneshwar Mandir in New York City on another segment of Avenues to Peace, a program where we analyze the various means, the various methodologies, and the various formulas for achieving the everlasting bliss that we're looking for in the world. A special thank you to my brother Roshanji and the entire team at Abitunes Radio for making today's program live on abitunes.com, live on Bhuvaneshwar Mandir Facebook Live, and of course live on Abitunes Radio Live. My dear brothers and sisters, today is a beautiful new day. It is a Wednesday. It is a day where the world will rejuvenate themselves with some sort of spiritual practice or sadhana. Midweek is a time where one should belong themselves to satsang more than ever. The weekend is a time of relaxation. The beginning of the week has its own worries and anxieties, but one needs to truly recharge midweek. Why? Because, my dear brothers and sisters, the chances of energy depletion are high at the time. So it is Wednesdays, my dear brothers and sisters, that we come forth and we go to the places called satsang, places where we can be in communion with the truth, places where we can be communion, my dear brothers and sisters, with the blessings of the Lord, so much so that we can go forward in whatever daily tasks, whatever weekly tasks we are tasked with in this life. So in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, the beautiful Adi Shankaracharya continues to give us the ways and means of rejuvenation, especially during the midweek time. And in the beautiful text, Adi Shankaracharya gives us Bhaj Govindam. Bhaj Govindam is a beautiful text in which the Hindu can rejuvenate their soul by realizing what is essential versus non-essential, by using what is called Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. We are able to know what should be priority versus what should not be. So in the pages of the Bhaj Govindam, we were seeing in verse number 20, the verse said, Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadita Ganga Jalalava Karanika Pita Sakritapiyena Murari Samarcha Kriyate Tasya Yamena Nacharcha Bhaj Govindam Bhaj Govindam, Govindam, Bhaj Muramate. Govindam, Bhaj Muramate. Adi Shankaracharya says, "O fool, why waste your time? Bhagavad Gita Kinchitatita. If you were to read just a little bit of Bhagavad Gita, Ganga Jala Lava Karanika Pita, if you were to drink just a little bit of Ganga Jal, Sakrit Api Yena Murari Samarcha. Sakridapi, at least once, worship Murari, worship Lord Krishna. What will happen? Kriyate tasya yamena nacharcha. Yamena means by Yamraj, by the god of death, there will be no arguments with him. What does this mean? To the one who has never studied the scriptures, my dear brothers and sisters, to the one who has never taken the time, I would say, to go about their lives in a way of spiritual upliftment, what happens is their mind naturally goes into the world of objects. I often say that if you do not stand for something, what happens is you will actually start to fall for everything. So in our lives, my dear brothers and sisters, it is very worthwhile to note that upon reading the Bhagavad Gita, we learn the ways and means of self-purification. Now, the body is naturally tainted. The body is just flesh, it is blood, it is all sorts of mala, all sorts of dirt. As a matter of fact, if you dig your skin, you'll see what is called this dead cells will come out into your fingernails. So the body is tainted. The mind is always in agitation. What is called impurity means a non-agitated existence. Impurity means an agitated existence. Non-agitation means purity of mind. So in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, one must keep in mind very, very carefully that through reading the Bhagavad Gita, one actually attains the higher self. They purify the mind. Purify the mind, they become calm. So that at death, antakali chamameva smaran muktva kalivaram. Krishna says that when the soul is leaving this body, because the mind is crystal clear and pure, that person attains what is called moksha. You see, you can have videha moksha or you can have jivan mukti, liberation while living, or videha mukti, krama mukti. But my dear brothers and sisters, do not wait until death to get liberation. While you have been one with Krishna through reading the Bhagavad Gita throughout your entire life, while you have sipped the Ganga Jal just a little bit, would allow you to sip more and more. Krishna is trying to tell you, pray to the Lord just a little bit. Do something just a little bit, a sadhana. Do not dedicate your entire day at first because it'll become burdensome. But do just a little bit of these practices. Sipping Ganga Jal, reading the Bhagavad Gita, and also worshipping God. Take some time out of your busy schedule to do these practices, albeit even for just 2 minutes maybe. And what happens, my dear brothers and sisters, you will, at the time of death, have no quarrel with Yamraj. If our minds are still focused on this world, my dear brothers and sisters, Yamraj is going to have this way with us. Whatever your thoughts are at death, you will definitely attain that state. So the caution is given, my dear brothers and sisters. Do not waste your life in the useless pursuits of the world. Do not waste your thoughts in simply focusing on the world of objects. But instead, read the Gita just a little bit. Just a little bit is enough. And you will definitely have paved the way for your success here and in the hereafter. The next verse, my dear friends, verse number 21, says, Puranapi jananam punarapi maranam punarapi janani jatare shayanam iha samsare bahudustare kripaya pyare pahi murare bhaj govindam govindam bhaj muramate. Says here in Sanskrit, punaha api. Punaha api. Punaf api means you will have to just do this once. Once again. Jananam, birth. Punaha api, once again. Maranam, death. Punarapi, again and again. Janani jathare, in the mother's womb. Shayanam, lying. Iha, here. Samsare, in this world of transmigration. The world that Bhagavan Shankar is in charge of. The world that is just Durgama, Jagadambe Durga. The wonderful mother Samsare allows this samsara to be Bahudustare. It is very hard to cross over. Apare, samsar, which has no end. Kripaya, through infinite grace of Guru and God. Pahi, save me, O Murari, Krishna. So let's put this in regular language now. Again, birth, again, death, again, lying in mother's womb. This samsar is a process that is very hard to cross over. Save me, O Krishna. So Krishna now, Adi Shankaracharya ji now is detailing for us, my dear brothers and sisters, is detailing for us what exactly this life is. You see, many people think you're going to live forever. We start to take this world at face value. Face value means we look at the outside world, we look at ourselves and think we'll be here forever. It is true that nobody thinks of death. No one entertains the thought that death will happen to them. But Adi Shankaracharya ji hits us hard here as he says, again birth. What does that mean? Punaha api. Again means it happened before. This is not the first time that you've been here, my dear brothers and sisters. As a matter of fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in chapter 1 that there was never a time, in chapter 2 rather, there was never a time in which you are not, O Arjuna, and I was not. These kings and everyone that you were thinking you were slaying, they have come before and they were subject to death. And then they've again, as Adi Shankaracharya ji says, they again lie in the mother's womb. So after death, based on our karmas, based on what we did in the previous birth, what happens is we come back again and again based on the karmas. Karma is, the definition of the word karma is very important to note. The definition of the word karma means action, simply action. And the definition, my dear brothers and sisters, of the fruit of action, a technical term in Sanskrit, is karma phala. So karma phala means the results of my actions, right? Many people say, your karma is going to get you. But it is not the action that gets you. It is the fruit. It is the result of the action, known as the karma phala. So whatever action you did while alive, that will actually pave the way for your rebirth. Again, your actions will solidify what is called the vasanas, the habitual tendencies. It'll solidify what you think about, right? If I constantly go to the race track and I'm addicted to race track and horses and all these things, what happens is my mind is naturally there. And when the time comes to leave this body, the mind again goes on autopilot. And whatever you thought about at death, that is the birth you will achieve in the next life. So again birth, again death. Again and again we lie in the mother's womb, my dear brothers and sisters. The samsar, this wheel of birth and death, is indeed very hard to cross over. Save me, O Krishna. What does it mean to be saved by Krishna? Why are they asking to be saved by Lord Krishna? Because it is Krishna through the Bhagavad Gita again, through Vedanta, Advaitam Amrita Varshanim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayanim. Gita Dhyanam says, Advaitam Amrita Varshanim. What is the Bhagavad Gita? The Bhagavad Gita is a beautiful rain of Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy of the Hindus. So, my dear brothers and sisters, saving me, O Krishna, it doesn't mean that Krishna is going to save you from this process himself. He gives you the knowledge so that you can graduate from this process. When you're, for example, in school and you fail a course, what do you have to do? You have to take it again and again. Isn't that true? If you want to graduate, you have to take that course again and again until you graduate. So in our lives, my dear brothers and sisters, we too are in this course of life. This course called life is simply a tool in order for your soul to become purified enough, non-agitated enough by the various thoughts of the mundane world, taking us, my dear brothers and sisters, to our higher self. And if we, my dear brothers and sisters, can really analyze this fact that it is the Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures, the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras, the Prasthana Traya, all of the Prakarana Granthas of Vedanta, all of these texts, my dear brothers and sisters, actually allow us to escape this wheel of birth and death. So in order to escape the wheel of birth and death, you must know your true self. What is your true self? You are not the body, you are not the mind, but you are that bliss that you're looking for. You are that Paramatma, my dear brothers and sisters. You are the Paramatma. the highest bliss, the higher self, the higher consciousness. And if you can do this, my dear brothers and sisters, achieve this, the infinite kindness, the kripa, the daya of Krishna would have been upon you. Then, my dear brothers and sisters, the wonderful Lord continues to speak in our Shankara Acharya's Bhaj Govindam. And what he says, we'll see on Friday. God bless all of you, my dear brothers and sisters. And thank you so much for joining us today. I'm coming live from Bhuvaneshwar Mandir. And at the Mandir this entire week, we're having the summer camp, the Bhuvaneshwar Mandir Youth Empowerment Camp. And I must report to you that so far we've had a steady 50 kids coming to the Bhuvaneshwar Mandir. Now, this is a very large number of children for an indoor gathering. And the attention that these kids have to spiritual study, is remarkable. The brilliance that they have in answering these questions is actually out of this world. So in this Bhuvaneshwar Mandir, we're actually creating, my dear brothers and sisters, an avenue for these children to grow not only academically, but for these children to grow spiritually. So all of us have been doing our part here at the temple. All you have to do is drop your child off. Free of cost, no strings attached, just, my dear brothers and sisters, the ability to learn, the ability to grow, and to take these young minds to the next level. So if you want your child to be a soldier of peace, if you want your child to be great in all aspects of life, if you want your child to develop the skills to be better individuals daily, simply, my dear brothers and sisters, bring them to Bhuvaneshwar this week. There's still today, Thursday and Friday, and Sunday will be graduation for these kids. You will indeed have a child who is brilliant. So God bless all of you. This is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, signing off. But be informed that tonight at the Mandir after summer camp, 5:30 to 8, will be our Bhagavad Gita course, the course that relieves all of us from anxiety and depression. So if you want to be a part of that, 5:30 to 8 p.m. for everyone. And the summer camp is for all children who are potty trained. Potty trained, maybe age 5 and up. But if your child is potty trained, bring them, drop them off, and we'll take care of them. God bless all of you. Coming live from Bhuvaneshwar Mandir again is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, saying thank you. God bless you. Jai Shri Krishna.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुखर सुधार बरणो रघुबर विमल यश जो दायक
बुद्धहीन तन जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार।
जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमट निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरन विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल राम काज करिवे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय।
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई, सहस वदन तुम्हारो यश गावे, अस कही श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा, नारद शारद सहित अहीशा।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय।
यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते, कभी को विध गए सकल कहाँ ते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाई राज पर दीन्हा, तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु।
ओ जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरी मुख माही, जल्दी लांगी गए अजरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगमय अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते, राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे, सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय
पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरहि सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
जितना धरई, अनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटई बंदी महासुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महादेरा। कीजय नाथ हृदय महादेरा।
पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूरत निरूप, राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसु सुरभूप। सियापति रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की